OK, so you can imagine George here salivating, ready for the pièce de résistance.
I mean, there are no horns on that pie. This is the other side of Desperate Dan, isn't it, really?
That is huge, isn't it? And he ate two of those. Yeah. 2 pigeons. That's just a gargantuan quantity of meat for any time of the day, but breakfast?
By the end of his reign, I mean, this guy is enormous, and the Duke of Wellington turns up to have one of the last recorded meals with the king, with George IV, and in front of the king is this humongous pie with beef steaks with pigeons in it. Next to it's a bottle of Moselle, champagne, brandy, port. Duke of Wellington thinks, well, who else is coming to breakfast? But it's just George, and he basically demolishes this whole item all on his own into his big fat tummy.
And it's just decadence, because this doesn't taste of anything. It's really just for show.
No, it's just to make him feel good in his wealth.
So Versailles parties would go on for days, and there would be a crowd that would be taken along to have a feast first of all, and there'd be gold-sprinkled meals, soups with gold leaf and truffles, and then they'd go and watch a play by Molière or one of his pet playwrights, and then they'd go and they'd watch this massive fireworks display behind the palace, illuminating all the statues and the fountains, and so the luxuriance, there was no expense spared by Louis for these kind of parties.
Tracy, we've got some foie gras here. I'm going to slice it up into portions, okay? These are called escalopes.
Calf's head curry, calf's foot curry, anything you can imagine that they're going to put into a stew, it goes in the curry.
Queen Victoria, you have to remember, was the Empress of India, and that was the jewel in the crown of the empire. So she had several Indian servants, but there was one particular servant, Abdul Karim, the Munshi, as he became known, who started teaching her Hindi and Urdu. She was always into languages. But they also talked about philosophy, they talked about history. He even introduces her to curry. Curry ends up on the menu. It wasn't new to England, but it ends up being a regular British meal, if you want, at this time.
There was
Hard to imagine that Eudoxia was ever going to please Peter. I mean, she was dodgy, she was puritanical, she was terribly conservative. In contrast, along comes Anna Mons. Peter likes to drink. She's the daughter of a wine merchant. Perfect. And they can match each other drink for drink, and she's jolly good fun. So he preferred Anna.